The whole plan to get a younger quarterback in here has been in motion for 2 years. You talk about all the steps that went into it, the trade to get the extra one and what flexibility that gave us. And this was one of the outcomes we talked about. Could we take the quarterback and end up with the defensive player we might have taken at 11 anyway? So we knew there was a good chance that this could happen, and through the moon that it ended up this way.
Got a lot of great people here. I'm going to introduce to a couple. Introduce you to a couple so we can get going.
JJ, what up, man? Good to have you here. Yeah,
how you doing? What's up, Jay? Grab the rock, make yourself comfortable.
Yes, sir.
Ask you a couple questions, get to know you, man. Sounds great. All right.
That was at the Combine. The Vikings were my first meeting of my second day there. And, I'm going back and forth all night, tossing and turning. And then, going there, sweating bullets, having a great meeting.
Cool. Well, here's what I want to do. I want to teach you one of our base rookie minicamp day one plays real quick. I'm going to go fast for the sake of time, then we'll jump into some of your tape. How's that sound? All right?
Sounds great.
Okay. So
The whole night beforehand, I'm just thinking all right, I got to do something that's going to, stick in their brains, something that's going to, really have them walk out of that meeting and be like, he could be our guy.
it's just common sense, man. That's outstanding.
do this all day.
Really appreciate you. It's good, man. You remembered all that stuff, man.
I want to say I went through a brick wall for you.
Let's go, man. Yeah.
Anyone in the park want to go?
Let's go, man. I appreciate the time.
At the end, I tell Coach O'Connell that, I'd run through a brick wall for him. And, that's something that I've only said that to 2 coaches in my entire life, people that I have, the utmost respect for and honor for. And, he definitely fits that mold and won championships with both of those guys previously. So hopefully we can add on to the third one.
This is the moment of truth. This is the next pick. This is the next two. A little sweat. Next two. Because then they don't move. And then the Jets, you're going to have to check in with Joe.
Yes.
What up, Joe?
It was one of those things we were ready. We just knew if at some point if one surprise happened, we had to be ready. Had that teed up.
No. I'm still available. I just wanted to make sure he's still there after 9.
And you're always sweating a little bit with that one pick in between, but this business is about taking a little risk and trying to get a reward. I think we got that.
Jets are now on the clock.
Cowboy takes roll Medusa, wide receiver Washington.
Yep, we're good. We'll do it. Yep. What's up, dude? Hi, brother. Bye. Never picking a quarterback in the top 10. Look at that. We got number 10. Yeah.
The Minnesota Vikings at number 10 are now on the clock.
Minnesota Vikings who just traded up one spot by giving up 129 and 157.
Dude, patience. Still got all your picks, man. 129, 157, and we get back to 203.
With the 10th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select
JJ McCarthy.
quarterback, Michigan.
One love, right?
My dog.
My dog.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on. Let's go, man. Ready to get to work.
All right, brother. Here's Coach O'Connell. My man. We're going to go do this damn thing together. Can't wait to get you here.
Let's go do it, Coach. Thank you so much for believing in me. I promise I won't let you down.
Congrats to you and your family, brother. I'm so happy for you, man. Can't wait to get you here.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you soon, Coach.
Sure.
I'm thrilled. I got to watch him play from across the sideline.
So there's a very short list of teams that I was really excited for when, that call was going to come in, and Minnesota was definitely, at the top. Just seeing the accumulation of all the hard work, all the sacrifices that, myself and the people around me made to get to this point. And I'll be back on these 2 days as, 2 of the greatest days of my life.
Some of the things him and I were able to share and some of the things he shared with me gave me a lot of confidence, in JJ being a Minnesota Viking. You start building relationships with guys like JJ throughout the process, and it's pretty cool to know that they've got an opportunity to play for a lot of teams. But when he says multiple times, I want to be a Minnesota Viking, and I'm so excited about that possibility, hope it works out, all those things. It makes that draft night phone call one that I'll remember for a long time, and just can't wait to get him here and get rolling.
Proud of you, bro.
We always talk about minimizing regret. And, if you're sitting on your couch one day and you're like, that extra fifth or whatever it was, then it could have had a chance at a guy that you think has traits and could be special. Obviously, I'm a spreadsheet calculator guy myself, but sometimes you gotta, step out from there, take your Clark Kent glasses off, and just have a championship mindset and swing for a great player.
We're supposed to trade the whole farm for him up to 4. We got him for a couple fits. We're good. And we're cooking with gas, bro.
No defenders taken yet.
I know.
23 looking good.
No, well, we got to try and get up. So now we got to, to pivot.
Yeah, but it's possible Dallas Turner gets to us.
I was really forced to play in a way, but my parents seen that I liked it and I could be good at it. So they just kept it in, they kept me in it. And then my second year was more like, I played left tackle my first year of football. So
There you go.
And then my second year, I went from playing left tackle to fullback, running back.
Yeah.
But I was a kick returner. I used to watch Devin Hester highlights every single day.
Yeah.
So I used to be a little inspired by that. And then my second year, my third year, that was my first year playing my age group. And I was a quarterback. And I was like Cam Newton at offense. So and then ever since then I was like, this is what I want to do.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
21.
Yeah.
So you're probably one of the youngest guys in this draft.
Yeah, I turned 21 a couple weeks ago.
Okay. It's impressive how much you've done at such a young age.
Yeah. Going into fall camp, I was a man release. So when I went into fall camp and summer workouts, I always had a chip on my shoulder. I got to prove myself to these people. So that's what I kind of felt like I did my freshman year. And still had a lot more room to grow. But it was a good experience.
I think you still have a lot more.
Yeah, of course.
I was looking through all these lists of players and looking at my stack of players, and still no defense.
Can you find a defensive player, please?
Every team that comes up, though, I feel like they really need offense.
We knew there would be a lot of offensive players go. I didn't quite know it would take that long for a defensive player to go off the board.
There is defense in the NFL.
And he is the first defensive player selected.
He was the first defensive player taken?
No way, was he?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And there were some great players that came off the board. But when that happens, you know that there's some defensive players that are going to be available.
And when we were able to, and get JJ without having to give up 23 or a future first-round pick, that allowed 23 to then be a flexible pick.
We just need one more pick to go our way. Just let us know. So I'm gonna call Trent then.
Yeah. I don't want to jinx it because until I see it actually happen. So as we started to see the top defensive players in the draft that we had evaluated and had a lot of love for their fit in Brian Flores' defense, I think Turner would be the guy we would still hang in there for.
Huge value.
Oh, huge value.
I was definitely a little anxious to get everything falls in place. I'm a firm believer in that everything happens for a reason.
We got it for Turner. We're getting him.
We're going to get him?
Next year's 3, next year's 4, 167.
Really?
There's only been 2 trades tonight, and Minnesota's pulled off both of them.
Hello?
What's up, man? We keep you waiting a little long?
I started crying, I'm gonna be honest. As soon as I seen the Minnesota on my phone come across the screen, it was just wow. You're going to a very good organization because on my visit, met with Coach O'Connell, met with Quessy. I had a real good feel for the people in this building, people in Minnesota. So, I'm ready to get to work.
Congratulations, man. We can't wait to bring you here, man. We're so excited. We can't believe you're here, but we're going to show them all next year why they made a mistake, okay?
Yes, sir.
Here's Coach O'Connell.
All right, appreciate it.
Let's go, man. We had to come get you.
Man, I appreciate it, Coach.
Hell yeah. Can't wait to get you here, man. You fired up, brother?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, congrats, man. Like you said when you were in my office, man, this would be a great place to come. Well, now it's a reality. You're a Minnesota Viking, and I'm fired up about it.
Appreciate it.
I'm going to hand you off to another guy who's pretty fired up as well. Here's Flo.
CNT, Coach Flo here. How you doing?
What's going on, Coach? How you doing?
Big congrats to you. I know this is a lifelong dream, man. As you can see, I'm not a big smile guy, but I'm smiling I've been smiling these last 24 hours. He was high on our draft board, and I'm sure high on a lot of draft boards, considering the amount of text messages I got after we got him.
We're going to Minnesota, man. 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 For real.
The Minnesota Vikings select Dallas Turner.
I'll get our picks back tomorrow, I promise. I feel like you guys are like, come on, man. Day three. I got you guys. I got you. You got the slider.
There's so many unknowns, and the type of evaluation and the process that we put into this process, to know that it played out in a way where we were able to add J.J. McCarthy and then find a way as well to add Dallas Turner, it really checks all the boxes for me as far as what we hope to accomplish in what was such a critical first round for us. And now, we've got to make sure we use the rest of our picks to go identify players that we feel can impact our team, and I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities to do that.